Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sessions on Faith Day 18. It's a new week. It's Monday, and I want to start out as usual with a question. My question is for you: what is that one thing in your everyday life that makes the difference for you? Maybe it's your smartphone. Maybe it's the internet that we can't live without. Maybe, men, it's that dishwasher that you can't live without. Maybe it's getting winter. Maybe it's that electric blanket or the remote control. Or there's so many things in our lives that makes a difference. You see, if you take those things away, we realize that, oh wow, we can't live without these things anymore. Now, did you know that there is one thing that can bring that kind of a difference in our spiritual life? And that is faith. You see, faith is such an important part of our Christian life. It's that major turning point in every Christian's life when that day that he starts believing that faith can make a difference in his health, in his prosperity, maybe in his security, maybe in his provision. You see, faith makes a difference, but it's that day when you start believing that faith can make a difference. Now, the book of Mark is filled with stories of people who had faith that brought huge difference into their lives. And one of those stories is a story in Mark 5 of the woman with the issue of blood. She was sick for 12 years with this issue. She went to every doctor and she spent all she had, as the word said, and she didn't get better. She even got worse, as the Bible said. Now, we need to remember that when you have an issue with blood in the Jewish times, that when you were bleeding, it made you unclean. That means that you were not welcome to mingle with people, to socialize with people. You were actually as worse off as a leper. She had a terrible problem and she had faith. So let's read on. Actually what happened is she got through pushed through the crowd around Jesus, and she touched his robe. And listen to what Jesus said in verse 30. From Mark 5, it says, Jesus realized at once that the healing power had gone out from him. So he turned around in the crowd and asked, "Who touched my robe?" His disciples said to him, "Look at this crowd pressing around you. How can you ask, 'Who touched me?'" But he kept on looking around to see who had done it. Then the frightened woman, trembling at the realization of what had happened to her, came and fell to her knees in front of him and told him what she had done. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. Your suffering is over." Isn't that amazing? 12 years of a sickness, and the only thing she had to bring difference in her life was faith to make her way through a crowd that she's not allowed to touch Jesus' robe and to get healed. I want to encourage you today. Maybe there's some things in your life that you need a difference. You need a change. And the difference will be your faith that you put into it and to trust God for it. Now see, as much as faith can make a difference in your life, so much can the lack of faith make a difference in your life. You see, if this woman had a lack of faith, she would still be sick. And she would not get to that place where she see the miracle of Jesus. See, faith brings us to a place where we pursue something bigger from God. And I want to challenge you, I want to motivate you, I want to encourage you this week to put your faith out and to, like this woman, drag your way through a crowd and push your way through to get that place where God can do something for you. I know there's some of you watching this video that really need a miracle. You're really trusting God for a breakthrough. I want to encourage you, as you take your faith, as you take the word, as you confess the word, as you trust God in your prayer, that He will make a way where no doctor, no physician, no bank, no nothing can make a difference, but God can. So I hope you're blessed today and going into this week with a step of faith and not a lack of faith.